So we're going to consider the polynomial and its graph below. So notice that they give us what one of the roots are, or one of the x-intercepts. One of my x-intercepts is going to be 2. So just by looking at the graph, I know what my x-intercept is. So the question A, it asks us write the polynomial in factored form. So what they want us to do is they want us to factor it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and use synthetic division to factor it. So we're going to put a 2. Then we're going to write the coefficients. We need to make sure we have all of them. 3, 2, 1, 0. We do. So we're just going to write the coefficients 3, negative 11, 5, and 3. Okay, so we're going to bring the 3 down. We're going to multiply 2 times 3 and put it right here, which is 6. Negative 6 plus, negative 11 plus 6 is negative 5. So negative 11 plus 6 is negative 5. Then we're going to multiply the 2 again. So 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. And we're going to write it right here. 5 minus 10 is negative 5. 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. And 3 minus 10, negative 7. So my remainder is negative 7. So notice that the remainder is not equal to 0. So that tells me that this graph is wrong. So this problem is wrong. So x equals to 2, it's not a 0. So we're going to go ahead and change this. We're going to change it to the 0.1 comma 0. Okay, so we're going to do this again. And on the test, you won't have to do this. It's just this problem, when it was made up, they put the wrong number. They put a 2 instead of a 1. So we're going to do the same thing, but this time we're going to use 1 as my number. So we're going to bring down the 3. We're going to multiply 1 times 3. Negative 11 plus 3 is negative 8. 1 times negative 8 is negative 8. 5 minus 8 is negative 3. And 1 minus 3 is negative 3. And then my remainder is 0. And that's what we want. In order for it to be a 0, the remainder has to be 0. So what we're going to do is we're going to finish factoring. Since we started off with the cube, this one is always 1 degree less. So we're going to write with the squared. So it'll be 3x squared minus 8x minus 3. So then we're going to go ahead and factor it. So two numbers multiplied together, that gives you 3x squared, 3x and 1x. Two numbers multiplied together, that gives you negative 3, is 1 and 3. So we're going to cross multiply to verify our answer. And that does give me an 8x. So these are my factors. So I'm going to write 3x plus 1 equals to 0 and x minus 3 equals to 0. So x is going to be negative 1/3, x equals to 3, and then the 1 on the graph, x equals to 1. Remember to change the 2 to a 1. So those are all my zeros. Okay, so the graph of this is a wrong graph, by the way. The graph should have looked. So let me graph it the way it's supposed to graph. So it looks something like this. Okay, so that's the graph. And this is 1. So now we know this is 3. And this is negative 1/3. So it's not very to scale. And it says state the degree of the polynomial. So we already did this at the beginning. The degree is 3. And it says state the coordinates of the polynomials roots. So what that wants us to do is we need to substitute the 3 points. But we can go ahead and skip that. We're not going to substitute since we don't have a calculator. It's really hard to do oh, sorry. That's fine. We can do it. The coordinates are going to be, sorry, I wasn't thinking, it's going to be negative 1/3 0, 3 0, and 1 0. Those would be your coordinates because they're all zeros, hence the y value has to be 0.